So Lithium Magazine here with Jesse Leach, Killswitch Engage. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks.
How was your trip in?
It's great, easy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Killswitch just last night played a killer show over at the Cool House, and we're going to talk a little bit about that and a little bit what's going on in the future. So, how's the tour going so far with Lamb of God Testament?
Yeah, first night was great. Everyone seems really nice, and I'm a huge fan of Testament, so it's just, I'm kind of starstruck around those guys still, which I don't think they know. And Lamb of God are buddies of ours from way back, and Huntress, killer band. Girls got pipes, man.
Yeah.
So it's like every band's a little different. Everyone seems really nice. Day one, just vibes all around, great. So we're off to a good start.
Well, and it's always a good feeling knowing that you're in your element, you feel comfortable, and the people there are going to welcome you back just as fast. So December the Descent, it's almost half a year old now. It came out back in April, and it's received a lot of it's critically acclaimed amongst the metal scene. Some of it being about your return to Killswitch after a really long time.
9
so
years.
10 years.
Yeah.
How was the process getting back into the studio after being out for that long?
It was fairly easy, honestly. I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I'm friends with those guys and have maintained a friendship with them for all these years. And I think it also helped that Adam and I are pretty much best friends. We've worked together prior to this with our other band, Times of Grace. So I was in the studio with him, made a record with him, did some touring with him and Joel. So it kind of was really easy to come back to this band because all the wheels were set in motion for me to sort of have my career back on the road and start singing and stuff like that. So when the opportunity arose and things worked out, it's a fairly natural process.
There you go. So it feels like it was almost like as if you guys didn't really miss a beat.
Kind of, yeah, but I mean, worlds apart is very different from how it was 19 years ago, which is great.
For sure.
Very different, yeah.
And Adam produced the album, December the Descent, and how was it working with your guitarist inside the studio while he's producing your album?
It's actually great because he's really good at what he does. He's able to sort of take one hat off and put another hat on. And I think him as a producer, he just gets into a different state of mind, and it just flows. And we have this chemistry. It's weird. He's very well educated in music. Knows, he's got degrees from Berkeley and this and that. And I'm just sort of a punk rock hardcore guy that happened to want to sing. So I taught myself everything I know pretty much, and I have a natural knack for it. So he's able to sort of school me on what works and why it works. And I just sort of come to him with emotive ideas, passionate ideas. So it's a nice yin and yang balance. But he doesn't even seem like my guitar player when he's producing because he's such a good producer. You just respect him as the producer.
Okay, well, that's really cool. Some people find it difficult. It might be maybe an issue of power that someone might have, and I'm glad that
we trust each other and we respect each other. And at the end of the day, there's a reason why he does as much producing as he does, because he's a genius.
Oh, for sure.
Pretty much. Although he'd hate for me to say that. I say it all the time.
Don't watch the movie.
He won't watch it. He watches nothing on the internet. He doesn't care about anything.
Hey, you live longer.
I guess so, yeah.
In due time, it's coming up on its 1 year release date, out in February.
Yeah.
And so far, again, I don't know how savvy you are around YouTube, but Roadrunner has almost 2 million views on your video alone.
No, I had no idea.
So that's kind of a huge accomplishment.
That's awesome.
At that point.
Sweet.
So I don't know if you knew about that. If you want to comment
well, you
on
can tell though. I mean, when we play the song, the crowd sings along. They know the words, and it's moved up in the set. We used to play it sort of mid-set. Now it's either at the end or close to the end because it's sort of a closer. People know the words, so that's great. It's awesome.
Yeah, it really flows. And so, undoubtedly, Adam's going to be dressing for Halloween. He's been dressing up in costumes for the past few years, just for regular shows.
I think we have the day off.
What?
I think so.
Are you guys going to do anything in costume?
Hopefully. I don't know. Our crew is actually talking about doing a Misfits cover band.
What?
The crew will be playing a Misfits cover show. Hopefully that happens. We'll see what happens.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah. I don't know if we'll dress up. Maybe we will. But every day's Halloween for Adam, so it doesn't really matter. Every day's Halloween.
You could go as Wolverine.
It's funny because when I shaved this and did it. I did it because I was just like, I want to bring it back to like a more punk, hardcore look, like old school skinhead look. And people started calling me Wolverine, and I didn't put 2 and 2 together at all because I don't pay attention to television and movies or anything like that. And then I watched it and I was like, oh, okay. I get it.
Like,
okay. Yeah. But I'll take that. That's cool. I mean, Hugh Jackman, he's pretty cool, so I'll take the Wolverine thing. That's fine.
Yeah, no doubt. So when you guys play your shows, sometimes there's some crossover between like when you play like End of Heartache or anything like that, and Howard when he went in, he would do some stuff off of 11, Just Breathing. Howard received some criticism when he would sing like Last Serenade and just a lot of the stuff that you were a big influence on. Have you received a lot of criticism for
I'm sure. I'm sure people hate me singing his songs, but I don't pay attention to it.
No?
To me, what matters is what my band thinks, And if the band digs what I'm doing with it, and you know what, people come to our shows, so I think people like it enough that it's continuing on. But I guarantee if you're on YouTube or wherever, I'm sure you'd see people. Because that's how YouTube is. People constantly talk trash on that, but no one's come up to my face and said, you suck. I mean, and if they did, I would respect them for it. Because being behind a computer screen and getting in my face are 2 very different things.
Right.
But you know what? To each his own. Everyone's got an opinion. What's the old saying? Opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one. They all stink. I don't care.
There you go.
I love what I'm doing, and I think it shows.
And that's the important thing.
Yeah.
And what plans do you guys have for a follow-up album to The Descent?
We just recently started talking about it because we've just got offers. We're going to be touring hopefully for another 6 months or so. We got a lot of cool offers. South Africa, we definitely got solidified. UK tour, we got solidified. And other parts of the world we're working on, which is awesome. So as far as a new record, there's been talk, but we've been so focused on touring. So really, our minds haven't really been there yet.
When you guys write an album, do you like sit down together, let's say like here in the bus, or do you, and then just like kind of hash out some riffs and some ideas, or do you all like write it separately and then bring it all together in studio?
Yeah, for this last record, which I think is a great idea, everyone sort of demoed their own stuff, brought it to rehearsal, and this is just what I heard because I wasn't there.
Right.
The album's written without me, but they all wrote their own styles of stuff and brought it to rehearsal, and then if they thought the song was good, then people would add their ideas to it and sort of build the song together. But initially, like, everyone brought their own ideas. So on this record, there are songs written by Justin, there's songs written by Mike, Joel, Adam. Everyone wrote something. And it's cool because they all have different styles. I think that's what makes this record great. You've got a song like You Don't Bleed For Me, Justin wrote it. It's got a little more of an indie rock punk feel to it. Mike D, No End in Sight, which is very hardcore, power chords and stuff like that. And Joel, what did he write? He comes from more of like an 80s metal, very melodic, and then Adam is just faster riffing. So they all have their own styles. It's awesome the way they do it. So I'm assuming that's how it will probably work for this next record. But as far as me playing guitar and coming up with song ideas, I don't think my caliber of playing is punk power chords. I would not contribute to the next Killswitch record as far as the instrumental stuff goes. But vocals and melody ideas and choruses and lyrics, that's easy for me.
So it all just comes naturally for you?
Pretty much, yeah. And then, the great thing about having Adam as a producer is I can give him my idea, and either he loves it or he hates it, and he'll explain why. We'll come to a compromise.
Okay. So not a single idea is just outright shot down. It's never brought to the light.
Never.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. Well, I think that's all the time that we have with Killswitch's Jesse Leach. So tune in next time for the next interview, and thank you very much for having us.
Thanks, man. Cheers.
Take care, right?